Hey there, I'm Robbie Greer from Rusticated-Art, and I'd just like to thank you for stopping by. Now this is part 4 of my latest tutorial, which is all about drawing a 2-point perspective building. It's just an easy way to do something, it's a generic building, but we've built it up, just based it all around the building, and then we've built it up to a nice little landscape. And if you're new to my channel, go back to the beginning. If you want to start from the beginning, well, I've got some tutorials there, number 1 through to about 6 or 7. They're really just for absolute beginners, but they also, you will be able to, at the end of each one, you will have a nice little drawing. And it's just somewhere to start, and then we progress up to where we are now, which is a little bit more advanced, but they're still very basic shapes and easy to draw drawings. Now I'm on a mission to teach as many people as possible how to draw, because I know what art can do for you. I know what it's done for me, and I'm just so blessed, I guess, that art managed to find its way into my life, because it's changed the way I sort of see things. Anyway, as I said, if you're new to my channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the ring the bell, and that way you'll get notified of all my new videos when they come out. So once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. And I'd love for you to join me on my artistic journey. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so for today, for this part of it, we're going to be doing I'm going to continue on. Now we're at the stage really where we're able to at the finishing stage. It's a matter of putting in the detail now, and we're pretty much there. Yeah. So I've done a little bit. I did a little bit offline with getting a bit of detail in the fencing. I'll just sort of zoom that in a bit just to see if we can other way. I don't want to come in too close, but just to show you how I've used just little bits, it's just where I've picked it up, and from using the pencil on its side, and it's just left these little flat spots and things like that, imperfections I call them. So I just go in here and just go over them. We get the little grains going on, and now I want to do the gate. Okay, where are we? I don't know if we're going to be able to see all that, but I think we can, yeah. Alright, so we're just going to go, I just want to go around this, just lightly. And we've got little bolts in here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of texture in. By texture I mean it's just what makes the timber the way it is. Little bolts in there holding it all together. That'll be a bit darker there. Do this one. They're not straight. They're some of them a bit twisted, and trying to make it look a bit grainy. And of course the gate, we've made this fence a little bit short because there'll be another rail down here somewhere, so the hinge is probably in the wrong place, but well, it's alright. I won't tell if you don't. And just want to just sort of put a bit of, hang on, I'll turn that around a bit. Just emphasise the hinge a bit there. Same over here. So it's sticking out a bit from the wood, isn't it? I mean, it's so usually when it is coming out, even though it's only a little bit, it's enough to cast a little bit of a shadow. Just down here. And once again, this is a drawing. With these types of drawings, you know, especially when it's just a generic, an example of, you know, how a scene could be. You know, you can put as much as you want into it. You want to really go for detail, well, you can. You know, you might have an old gate or an old fence, you know, on your property or somewhere in the neighbourhood. Use that. Use that as your reference. Why not? Make use of what's around, you know. There might be a tree that you like. We'll put that instead of this. See the one we got in here. You know. With these videos, I'm trying to get as much into them for you as I can, but at the same time I'm aware of the fact that, you know, they can't go on for too long. So even in the shortest form of this video, I've had to break it into 3 parts. Otherwise it'd be like, well, just on their own would be like an hour and a half, probably maybe even close to 2 hours. And then I've also done quite a bit off camera, so there's a lot of time, and that's what it's, you know, it's about. Art's about that. It's a process of just putting in bits here, putting in bits there, and gradually building it up to where you're happy. Probably should put a wire around here, I think. It'll go around there and around there. Just holding it together for now. Might be a bit of old baleen twine or something, but that'll hold it there. Go back to my wood pencil. Just to go over it, just to put in where we're going to put a bit more detail, I suppose. And we just like the look of that there, so I'll bring that down there. And then there's a line there and there. Yeah. Just a little bit on the grass at the moment. Got the water tank. The grass is pretty much finished, but I just wanted to just put a little bit more definition in. So I'm using my mechanical pencil. This is a 2B lead size in this, and we'll just go and just put just a few little. And in this case, I'm using more flicks. Remember, I said when you're putting down the actual base for the grass, try and keep the pencil flat on the surface. Don't do the flicking mode. Well, now we're at the point where we do want to see sort of more individual blades. So we're doing the flicking, and I wanted to get it a little bit darker along the bottom, so we do have a ground, a ground base that we're working from. I'm just doing it light. You don't have to do it hard, not with a 2B. It's quite a dark pencil. I know that the graphite, the mechanical pencils seem to be darker than the wood pencils for some reason. I think it might be just because it's got a finer point on it, finer nib or edge. We'll just do a bit in there. Okay, now I'll just give that a little bit of a blend with the blending brush. Don't want to do too much, just a little bit there. What I want to do actually also is make sure I can keep it in. Is just to go along here and just soften that up a bit down the bottom, right on the base. Yeah. And then I'm going to take a few little highlights out. I really want them a bit lighter than that one there. So I'm going to just very lightly. And there. And I just want to do a little bit more definition on the rocks. See that all right? It'll be darker down the bottom as well. Just try and keep it as simple as you can. Don't overdo it. Don't think, oh, that doesn't look right, and then you start putting in things that you shouldn't be. Because doing rocks is very simple, really. But I think what happens when we're starting out doing them, we try to put more into it than what's actually there, and then of course it sort of snowballs, and you think, oh, that's not right. That's But in fact, less is best. If you're in doubt, just stop. Stop and walk away. Just making that a bit darker in there because that's been there for a long time. So yeah, just stop and walk away. That's the best advice I can give you. And then come back, when you look at it, you will see it differently. I know I go on about it, but it is true, and that's just how it is. Your eyes sort of refocus or readapt to the scene. Little gateway in there, little hinges. Anyway, now the other thing I wanted to do was I just wanted to do a bit more, just a little bit more on the tree, just darks and lights. I felt that was important. And this now is the time when you really want to squint, because you will, now that you've got most of the foliage in, well, most of the tree done, just go in and just squinty eyes. And if you do have a tree that's handy, that's in your neighbourhood or on your property, use that as your reference. And remember that the tree is back behind the house, the cottage. So just need to give the impression of leaves and what have you. Your eyes and the brain will work it out. They'll know straight away. Yep, oh yeah, that's a tree. One part's in front of that bit and that bit's behind there, and of course with trees, you can stand in front of a tree and you take 3 steps to the left, the tree's going to look different. If you take 3 steps to the right, the same again, because it's from different angles. And then if the wind's blowing, so you just got to make it look as best as you can, like the tree that that you want to draw, or that you're drawing. And if it's in your head like this one is, like this one's in my head, well, anyway, you just a bit darker there. You just got to just carry on how you think it would be. And obviously the more you do it, the better you get at it, so it's one of those things you just got to practice it. Alright, I'm going to leave that at that. I've gone over these the windows and that, because in the doors I really don't like to see them too straight, too perfect. Take that out there, that shouldn't be there. This is where now we're at the stage where we're just tidying things up, taking bits out that we've missed, lines that shouldn't be there. It's just adding the finishing touches really. Just put a little bit more onto this tree here. I'm looking at setting up a Patreon site. just so I can do a bit more tutorials in the sense of you know, the whole actual video, breaking them down. And I haven't sort of finalised anything yet, but it'd give you you know, the every step of the way for it. Like I said, I've had to do quite a bit of this off camera because it's just too, you know, take too long. But with the platform like Patreon, you can do that. You know, people, you know, you pay a small monthly fee. It's not much, $4 or $5 or something, and that way you get to follow along. So you know, they'll be getting released as I finish them. So you can really sort of draw along step by step. Now I've decided just to put a few little trees or shrubs or bushes in the background, just up on top of the hill there, just to break that up a little bit. I don't want to do too much here either. Sort of like little silhouettes. You won't see any detail in this because it's so far away. Got a couple over here. You know, we can play around with this for hours, but I'm going to finish it off here shortly. I just want to get it to the point where I'm happy with it, and hopefully you guys be happy as well. Now here I'm just going to put in a few little just little things, like they're just little blades of grass or little whatever, I don't know what they think, you know, like this one here might be a little thistle or something. And you see them popping up all over the place. It's just little clusters or weeds or whatever they are sticking out here and here. They're just, yeah, they're just all over the place. We're just going to put in. You find that you see a lot of them also around the edges of posts. It seems if there's stock in the paddock, they'll always leave that until the last, until there's nothing else there. And I've got a little bit around the house here. Now also I've gone over and just darkened up the areas that needed darkening. Like under here, under the eaves here, there's a shadow, as there is here. And what I find is that quite often when you're using graphite and you're doing the layers, it can get a bit muddy. So generally I will use a fixative to try and just hold it. It's not that important, but it does protect it. Really, I think we have just about come to the end of it. I mean, of course there's always more that we can do, and that's entirely up to you. And when you sort of just starting out and you're drawing in that, as you get better at drawing and things become a bit more well, not so much easier, but you know, more comfortable, it just feels right, you'll find that you will see things differently. I mean, it took me ages to work out how to do foliage and things like that, and then one day I did a one of my drawings, actually one of my drawings that I put in my book, and it finally made sense. And I think the main thing is not to try too hard. You know, just get it to a point where, yeah, that doesn't look too bad, and don't get frustrated, because I found I used to get so frustrated just didn't ever look right. And then I think you tend to overcomplicate things. So when it gets like that, to that point, just walk away. Get up and walk away and come back. And honestly, you will see it differently. All right. Well, I don't think we can do any more. I really do think that's it. Got my birds in. Signed it. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there, and I hope you got something out of it, and I really do hope that you enjoyed it. And if this is the first time you've been onto my channel, this is actually part 4, the final stage of this drawing. It starts off as a 2-point perspective drawing on how to draw a 2-point perspective building. So go back to the start if you haven't seen the rest of it and just watch it. You know, you might find it interesting. I have to say though that part 1 sort of didn't come out how I intended it to come out. It's a little bit distant. I don't know what that's. When I actually edited it, I thought it was all good, but obviously it didn't come out how I expected. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Please leave a comment and any suggestions, and also if you have any questions in regards to drawing or this particular tutorial, please leave them in the comments, and I try to get back to everybody. And of course, if you are new as well, you know, subscribe, hit the bell, and that way you'll be notified of my new videos when they come out. And I try to get them out. Well, I do get them out every Friday. If they're in segments like this has, then it's probably every 2 or 3 days that I'll post them. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.